I'm here with Miami head golf coach Zach Zederick. Coach, how have the first couple weeks of practice gone, and what do you want to see from your team improvements?
So far, so good. I think we laid the foundation for some things we're going to do a little differently and tweak in the spring. I think we laid the foundation for that in November and December, and then over the break and the J term, our guys did a great job getting themselves ready. I think we had everyone in warm weather at least 7 to 10 days in the month of January. So, with one player who goes home to the southern hemisphere where it's summer right now. So, the prep on their own was great. I think there's definitely a pretty strong sense of urgency right now, and as with any team, I feel like as a coach you're never going to be fully satisfied, but I think the guys have responded really well from the fall overall. There's still things we got to improve on, but like I said, so far so good, and I know the guys traveling this weekend are eager to find some warm weather again.
So you guys playing a match play event on Monday. Can you tell us the difference in preparing for that event?
I don't know if well, yeah, there are definitely some differences in preparation. We have structured a lot of our drills and our competition within the team to be a little bit more head to head. In tournament golf, you're really trying, in a lot of cases, to put the blinders on, play the golf course as well as you can, and see where that gets you. I think you still need to really focus hard on you playing your best as an individual. I'm still a believer that if you do that, it works out. But there are certainly times where in match play you definitely see it, where there are some momentum shifts within a match. A couple guys have putts inside 10 feet. One guy who's maybe 2 up in his match and has been cruising misses. The other guy makes, and all of a sudden the momentum's flipped a little bit, and you have to be able to deal with that, whether the momentum is going your way or not going your way. You have to be prepared to keep your foot on the gas or figure out a way to make an adjustment and get back on track. So a lot of our drills have been really kind of putting the guys head to head against each other so they can deal with so they can remember what it feels like to deal with those swings within matches, and it's different in the fact that we're going to play 3 matches no matter what, and the pressure of winning and losing is going to be there in every match. We played in the championship match last year. We were fortunate to win, but there was a 7th and 8th place match going on. The thing that was common between those 2 matches on Tuesday was that one team was going to win and one team was going to lose. And in a 54-hole tournament, unless you have a chance to win, unless you're one of those teams fighting to win the team title, you don't necessarily feel that on a Sunday or on a Tuesday in a 54-hole stroke play event. So I think it's great to be able to feel that pressure 3 times no matter what. And it's fun, that head-to-head format. A lot of our guys have played team sports growing up, and it kind of takes you back to that a little bit. So it's always something we enjoy, but there are definitely more momentum swings in match play, and I think if you have strategies for dealing with that, then you can handle those swings pretty well.
So what challenges the course and field going to play coming up on Monday, and also what's your lineup going to be?
So our lineup will be Charlie Nikitas, Brian Orr, Cam Solomon, and then a trio of Jacks with Jack Ebner, Jack Mortel, and Jack Katarencic. The interesting thing about Lake Javita, the golf course we play at Lake Javita, is that it's a Midwestern golf course. There's a lot of elevation change. It's fairly tree lined. The greens tend to have kind of back to front pitch to them like you would see in a Midwestern golf course, but it's just on Florida grass. There isn't a lot of grain in the greens. Bermuda grass can be very different, especially this time of year, but grain is not really going to influence putts very much. So in that regard, it's going to feel pretty comfortable to our guys. If the weather's good and the conditions are good, typically there are decent amount of birdies in all the matches, so it's a very scoreable golf course. A good test, but very scoreable. I think this is going to be a good test for us. We were fortunate to win this tournament last year, so you go in as you kind of go in with the target on your back. But in a lot of ways, we feel like we've got a lot to prove right now. I think mainly it's just proving to ourselves that we're doing the right things at home, we're preparing the right way, and let's just go compete the right way for 3 days. And if we can do that, whatever the result is, it's just information. We'll figure out what we did well, what we can do better. We'll adjust, and we'll get ready for the next 2 events after that.
So you guys come in as the 2 seed. Does that make any difference for you guys confidence-wise, or I don't know, anything coming in that changes?
No, our guys really like this event, and we had a few seasons ago we had a really rough fall, and we came in as one of the lower seeds in the tournament, but we went in and felt like we were the favorite in our first match, and we were super confident and incredibly confident, and I think we won 5-1, and we might have been the 8 seed. We might have been the 8 seed that year, and won pretty handily. But that's something I've kind of been reminding of our guys, of as well, is like, listen, like we need to be ready to go in that first match, because Drake is going to be ready to go, and they're gonna play hard, and they're gonna give us a good match, just like Loyola did last year. We were down in almost all of our matches at one point. Now we flipped them all. We were fortunate to come back and win, and win fairly handily. But I think. It's just a number. It's been a few months since the fall. I think really right now we're just kind of focused on that first match, and our guys were prepared for that first match, but they actually saw like, hey, this team that maybe on paper, it shouldn't be a close match, they made it a really close match. So I know our guys are gonna wake up Monday morning, and they're not gonna take anything for granted, and I just think that's the big thing. Take nothing for granted. Do everything like you have to earn it, and appreciate what comes your way.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.